Now, I rather suspect that many Christians, many evangelicals, are probably a little bit naive in regard to the fact that meditation is actually a part of most religions of the world at some level. It's not meditation biblically in the sense of rationally meditating on the written Word of God, but there is something called meditation. And there are different strands of meditation and different techniques and different understandings throughout world religion, but I think we could maybe generalize a little bit and observe that there's kind of an Eastern tradition, there's more of a Western tradition out of Plato, and then there's modern today, especially New Age, the New Age tradition. But in the Eastern tradition, which would be more along the lines of Hinduism and Buddhism, meditation was seen as a way in which you can reach an altered state of consciousness, where you can reach ultimately salvation, where the idea is that you become salvation in that Eastern tradition is really becoming one with the world, one with everything, one with nature, one with the universe. And the way you reach that point is through, one of the ways is through meditation. And the purpose of meditation in that tradition is not to fill your mind with thoughts, but actually the opposite. It is to empty your mind of all rational thoughts, so that by emptying your mind of rational thoughts, you can actually enter this realm of complete silence, of complete peace, where you are at one with everything. And this is when you actually reach that state. It's called nirvana. But there are several things that assist these people in Eastern meditation to reach that state. For example, it always is associated with extreme asceticism, denying your body of pleasures, food, fasting, those kinds of things. All of these are associated, oftentimes, positions of the body and long periods of time of using some kind of a mantra over and over again. The idea is to banish the rational thought in your mind and reaching this place. That's the purpose of the meditation. The purpose of the meditation is not to rationally understand anything. It is to actually empty your mind. And then the result of this is usually they enter some kind of an altered state of consciousness, where they actually have mystical experiences and so forth and so on. Now, in the Western tradition, which is out of Plato, you have in some ways something totally different, but in other ways very similar ideas ultimately. In the Platonic tradition, the idea is the soul pre-existed, and in pre-existence the soul beheld true being, and now in its temporal existence it still has this ability and this desire to see true being in its essence. And so the way in which you go back to find this true being, they talk about the good and the true and the beautiful, the essence of all things, the ideal. And it's a mystical process whereby, again, through asceticism and through discipline, you contemplate the true and the real, the good. And it ends up in a mystical state, and it's the same kind of a process. So this was developed into Neoplatonism, and actually entered into the Christian tradition through the Roman Catholic Church. But then you have today the New Age, which basically is following more of an Eastern model, but it's still the same kind of thing, where you are emptying your mind of rational thought. You're not filling your mind with rational truths. You're actually emptying your mind. And the purpose in New Age meditation is often, at least ostensibly, some kind of personal benefit, some kind of personal fulfillment. It might be reducing stress, dealing with problems in your life, or dealing with health, somehow helping you to become good at what you do. Somehow there's a self promotion or a self improvement benefit in oftentimes in the New Age thinking. But then this often also includes channeling and spirit guides and meeting spirit guides that actually you can consult, and they help you solve your problems in life. And this is part of New Age meditation, but it's at the very heart of the New Age movement and the New Age thinking, meditation in an Eastern tradition.